Grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavvy's Atlantic Ocean. Surf, 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 baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Yeah. Twerk, baby. For certain, she moving so perfect. Surf, baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Twerk, baby. I'm loving the way that you surf it.
All my niggas, they gang bang, and all these niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready. I'm throwing them monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know it's AT and Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavy's world. Salute to all the surfers, you already know it's another Surfing Nation situation, you feel me? Alright, we about to hit that wave cave. Yo, you already know we in that good old wave cave. Salute to all of you the surfers for pulling up. We about to get right into it. Alright, so today we're gonna have to pit that boy Bandon. You know, one of the newest additions to No Jumper. We gotta put him on that hot seat because as a recent, I don't know why I thought I said that wrong, but it has been attention put on him because, you know, he had a recent outburst, and his outburst stemmed from a podcast that Munchie B, Lush, Adam 22, and Ant, they was all on it, and the topic of Bandon had came up. Now, mind you, Munchie B, he was sipping a little bit. Y'all gonna see in the clip, because I got a series of clips for y'all, and I got the timestamps. They gonna be below, you know what I mean, just in case you want to just skip to whoever you trying to see. I got you, you know what I mean? So I got a series of like 5 clips. Yeah, 5 clips, you feel me? Now, on the first clip, it's gonna be the clip that basically started all of this, all right? Now I'm saying, because like I said, Bandon, I gotta pitch on this hot seat, you feel me? And I covered Bandon one other time with the situation with him and all my suspect, but that's gonna flow into this content too, because that's gonna also get brought up, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and run this first clip, the clip that started all of this and got Bandon really stepping out his character.
Still, Bandon is dope though.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I fuck with Bandon, but I'm saying not me again. The chats, a lot of motherfuckers in the chats, when motherfuckers pay attention to them, they be going off all Bandon is. I fuck with Bandon. Bandon's straight.
Because probably they not understanding where Bandon coming, or they ain't on the level of Bandon, because Bandon be talking about history in 1957 BC and all, so they not following that shit. No,
your guys are stupid.
No. That's the problem I do got with Bandon. Everybody, he called people stupid to their face, and everybody be sitting around not knowing it.
And Bandon also be like, "Can I talk? Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point?" Like, he says that, like, for somebody who interrupts so much and talks so much, he also is the king of, "Can I talk? Can I make my point? Can I finish my point?" Like, he says that way more than anybody you've ever heard.
Brandon about to call in a minute.
Hold on. King of finish my point after talking 4 minutes straight. But I mess with Bandon because I read through the Oreo shit, and I see the yeah, hell yeah.
He's an Oreo?
Oh, Inglewood family. No.
He banged that.
No. Him and Flacco they hella Oreo, and I don't know where it came from with Bandon, because Bandon got a Crip. He got Crip roots, you know what I'm saying, from Long Beach. But maybe you one of the smarter kids was in Magnet, and then you had friends that was Crips, and you like, you know what I'm saying, you kind of adapted them, so you became so-and-so Long Beach Crip, you know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't, I don't think Bandon should never been a gangbanger, a part of no gang.
I mean, that's looking at brother to knowing him now, probably knowing him as a gangbanger.
What
you
year?
see a whole
He
different Bandon.
Give us a year.
I don't know. I can't give you your, because I haven't been around Bandon. That's what I'm saying. That's just like,
he got kids, Munchie.
No.
That's just like
I'm not against Bandon, but I want Bandon.
That's like them situations. That's just like them situations when you be in jail and you might run into a humble OG and you don't even know who you messing with because like he on Muslim time or something, or you see he real humble and nice, and some people forsaking that. Oh yeah, this nigga nice, and you not even knowing this nigga's a killer for real. Not that this is the case with Brandon. So
that's a bad example for me and you because me and you gonna be aware of that.
This is what I'm saying though.
To the masses.
Yeah, for sure. So Brandon, like I'm saying, he probably was an idiot when he was gang banging, and then educated himself and probably found out that gang banging. You know what I'm saying.
Well, going from a blood to a Crip to a Muslim is different, and going from a Crip to an Oreo is something else. No, because Brandon went from Cripping to Oreo time.
So when you say Oreo, you mean he act white?
Hold on.
Is that what that mean or not?
Let me build right now. You got Bloods and Crips that become Muslims. Now, keep in mind, you got Bloods and Crips that's not Muslims, but they practice their practices. They because Muslims is disciplined, so they'll do Ramadan, they do their practices, but they not Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that's not the same difference. Now, you got Brandon was a Long Beach Crip. I ain't gonna say which hood, East Side. Well, they both 20s. East Side.
He was from 20s.
I didn't want to say. I thought he wanted to be.
He said it.
Ignoramus.
No, he said it. I asked him an episode.
Okay.
I don't know because I ain't gonna lie. For my first time meeting him in the room and when it got put out there that he was a gangbanger, I'm like, a gangbanger. I'm like, y'all bullshitting. So that's why I'm like, he I'm from 20s.
Okay. Now, I didn't know that. I thought he was like, I'm from Long Beach, but I knew he was from Long Beach 20s, but I already, boom. My thing is, he Oreo out the game.
All right, so now, after that aired, Brandon obviously felt some type of way. Brandon had his response to what Munchie B and Ant Jefe was basically discussing, and the fact that, Ant Jefe was laughing and everything at what Munchie B was saying.
Being from where I'm from, where's he from, who he faded, all that stuff. Look, man, first and foremost, Ant, Munchie, whoever was like laughing at that shit, LA niggas don't run shit in Long Beach, never. We not worried about you niggas. Y'all beef is y'all beef. Nothing y'all niggas do is impressive to us, period. Basically, anything with Long Beach related, me fighting, whatever, people in my city know who I am. They know me. Nobody in Long Beach is about to really challenge. That's fine. No, because we didn't grow up together.
Different age group,
but
right?
nobody. It doesn't matter because nobody in Long Beach is challenging me on nothing. So the whole thing is, if a nigga be like, where who he squabble, who he fade, it doesn't matter. This is the question. Do you want to squabble?
Ooh.
Do you want to fight? That's the any nigga in here. Look, any host on No Jumper. I don't care, Hoover, A-Tray, Inglewood, whatever.
I want to squabble.
If you talking about, listen,
I want to fight.
If you're bringing me up about gang banging, any of that, I got a question. Are you gang banging on me? And if that's what you're doing, are we doing what gang bangers do? If we're not doing that, we could stick to podcasting, period. Because I'm not turning shit down. I thought we were men past that. Nothing these niggas have ever done is impressive to me, right? Getting shot up is not impressive to me. Going to sit down in jail for multiple years, nothing about that's impressive to me. So we can talk about men, we can talk about religion, politics, any of this shit. But don't laugh and joke and try to throw shit like when someone says something about me. Because if that's the case, then you're telling me I can start joking about you. I can go back and look at shit that happened in your life and existed and make jokes about it and make it hee funny. Niggas is doing a lot when they sitting in front of Adam, right? That they would not do if a nigga was sitting there.
All right, now, y'all saw that, right? I hold that. Now, we remember all the energy, the way, now I'm saying, the words that was said, all that. Remember that, right? So now I'm going to play the clip when Ant arrives and basically the topic gets revisited, all right?
They show a caller, some was like, oh, where Brandon from, what fades he ran and all that. It was like, and then Munchie specifically was like, oh, that's a question that needs to be asked. And so what I was saying was, I'm from Long Beach. I don't know no from LA really at all. Really, no from LA could ask me about anything. And here's the thing. If you ask me about gangbanging, my question is, are y'all gangbanging on me? Because are we gangbanging? If we're not doing that, and I said the same thing in my comment, if we're not doing that, we need to stick to potting. But at the same way as you ain't gonna let a be like, oh, nigga, where that from? Like, do I walk up and ask where you from and all that?
No, but I think just like you got to understand, bro. Like on the tip of somebody just like off their first impression meeting you, they wouldn't know that you had a background of gang banging. So I think somebody asking you where you from, you shouldn't really take it offensive. Like, oh, what you mean? You from LA or you from Inglewood? Or what you asking me that for? No, bro, because I wouldn't know that you gang bang. So I'm just asking you, bro, like when you was in that lifestyle, what hood was you from?
But what I'm saying is, everybody know I was from 20 Crypt. I said that clear.
Know that.
Well, okay.
I didn't know that.
Well,
I think you told me, but I didn't know that.
I never knew that.
But what I'm saying as far as niggas like, what's your resume? Who you fought? Who the f is gonna sit up and answer that for? They don't even know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All I know is if I go to Long Beach, ain't no smut on my rep. Ain't no like I'm punking this. Bro, you from Long Beach? Have you heard somebody say this nigga's a mark? Anything
Never.
like that?
Oh, babies. I only heard all good words.
I talk big on here. If I was a who wasn't good in the streets, somebody would have stepped forward to say something.
Nigga have been on YouTube about you already.
Nigga would have been like, I beat that ass back in this. Look, nigga, I ain't lost no fight from no in Long Beach or nowhere. But I don't walk around gloating like
Cub be tripping and choking him out though.
No,
He's like he's a kumbaya fighter.
I could, if I was trying to be on that time, I could be like, ain't no in the city. I'm from the same city as like DW Flame, big ass.
Like, third.
Like them would have been like, hey, bro,
bitch. Why you ain't say the homie name though? Baby, I'm right here. I'm back. Why you ain't say the homie name?
Hey,
What's the question though?
Be worried about DW Flame. They ain't seen bro, brother, he will hands. This nigga will got the hands.
Shout out to my 50 from
That's
the hood
the nigga
too,
you should be scared of.
Real talk.
But you got to be from the city to know that.
No, now, okay.
Ant, of course, he ain't know about the first reaction because he was there in real time. So he was just pulling up. He wasn't watching it while it was live before he got there. Obviously, he was just making his way there. You know what I'm saying? And he came up in there and they just revisited, but he ain't know about everything that was said prior.
Now, Brandon, it's bad to be shooting straight shots, bro. And what I mean by that is that it's bad to be shooting straight shots, not knowing who you shooting at or shooting blindly. Because before you even spoke my name, bro, you should have knew who you was talking about before you came on camera while you just trying to merge people. Oh yeah, whether it was Ant or whether it was Munchie. Like, to me, you turning a different cheek, bro. Like, I mean, stand on your firmness, bro. Understand you a man, bro, but like bringing this like this other edge persona, like this gangster persona, this get down with everybody persona, throwing people hoods out there you don't care where nobody from. Yeah, I'm from Long Beach. Don't answer the LA niggas. And didn't nobody never said that Long Beach answer the LA niggas. Munchie B was joking and said we need to run this dude resume and background check, and I laughed. So laughing and provoked you to get gangster on camera or get gangster in a room full of other men. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling, bro, because this is what you got to understand, bro. I watched you sit in the room with Almighty Suspect, bro, and I watched this man call you bitch after bitch after bitch after bitch. Now, obviously, the word don't bother you, and you got tough skin, and words don't bother you, because if that was me, I would have been leaped up, and I'm not telling you just because you didn't do nothing. I'm telling you for sure, factual, would have happened if I was you and Almighty Suspect was him, and he called me that many B's. It would never got to the end of the podcast where you was like, oh, I called you a B too. Oh, if you didn't hear it, I called you a B now. I would have been on him, bro. That many B's would never got off. We gonna kill that. On some man time, we gonna kill that. So that's one thing I don't understand, bro. And it's just like you allowed this situation that Munchie was trolling on to turn you into Macho Man Randy Savage. Now you would get down with the whole no jumper and you don't care this for anybody, whoever. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You got to cut that out, bro. You cannot allow these chats, bro, and what these chats is saying to lead you down the road of destruction or lead you to do something or evolve yourself in something very emotionally, bro, because me in that settings in that room and you talking like that, you automatically is sitting off fighting vibes, like you trying to get to it. And I'm not even the person who was speaking on it. Did I find it funny? Yeah, I found it all in funny as in being joke, bro. Like,
Let's cut it out. Everybody trying to act like they serious and act like they these tough dudes, though. It's okay to joke, bro. If a dude bring your name up in the joke and joke about you, bro, it is okay, bro. It's okay because, like I said, this was just a joke. Almighty Suspect was serious, bro.
All right, so and kept it like the way he was supposed to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Like he called it the way I'm pretty sure we all just saw how that was, right? But hold up, because on his last clip, Brandon gets basically pressed about the situation when him, Lush, and Viral Way. Now I'm saying, you know, Viral Way, that's his boy. They all from Long Beach, all that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was rocking with them before we even knew who a Brandon was. Or I ain't gonna say we, because some of y'all may have already known about him, but I didn't. So let me speak for myself. But they was all on a podcast together and they brought up the situation.
Question with the whole thing, why even come in and address it knowing that? Like, why even come in and give it any light if that's how you feel? Like, okay, he questioned whatever he questioned. To me, the response wasn't warranted, especially given the stance you took with the suspect situation. This is why when we said, Brandon, you fucked up with the suspect shit, we don't agree with it. We felt you was wrong, because when a situation like this happened and then you react the way you reacted, it makes it look like, oh, this nigga a contradiction, because this is how you should have reacted towards suspect who was actually being disrespectful, versus I don't feel Munchie was necessarily gangbanging on you. I think it's just more so, oh, but he from 20s? I didn't even know he gangbanged the way he talked. Like, what's his resume like? Do anybody know any? That's what they was more so on. Here's the
thing. First of all,
where you from, bro?
It's like suspects in here calling you a bitch, and you like, nah, bro, I'm more mature.
I don't even care what nigga.
It should have stayed that way is what I'm saying.
I feel like that Swiss Army Gate did have an impact in Brandon's subsequent actions.
Because, you know, suspect, he fired on Kelpie, right? And then Brandon do the same thing Kelpie do. He don't fire on him. So now it make him look different. It's the same thing, just in reverse.
Why do we
it's like, just take the bigger, you know, just ignore the shit.
We're conflating two different things. First of all, suspect is a bitch and he's not a gang member, right? He's his own person. We're trying to mix gang niggas speaking on me and what gang I was in and what I do compared to a nigga who is not a gang member. Suspect even brought up some shit. Nigga, you grew up on 10th and King, and he did some digging into my past. I dealt with suspect the way suspect needed to be dealt with, right? Suspect is just ignorant in that sense. He got dealt with. He learned his lesson, I hope. And when it got time to get cracking, bro ran in the corner and pulled out a knife. That's it. That's a totally different thing. The niggas who we're talking about
are pretty monstrous, to be fair.
These are people who I thought were mature and, you know, enough to just be like, bro, yeah, bro was disrespecting, bro. They were here with the suspect shit, both of them actually. So what I'm saying is, like, I handled it perfectly. Ant was on his video yesterday. Oh, I would have did this. I would have did that. That's like me saying when King Pill dissed all the trays, I would have jumped up and knocked them out. Nah, nigga, don't talk about what you would have did in my situation. Talk about what you should have did in your situation. Because beyond whatever you say, my nigga, a nigga dissed trays and he was 2 feet away from you. See what I'm saying? So you can't sit here and be like, oh, the nigga called you a bitch. He sure did, and I handled it how I wanted to handle it and in the way that was best for me at that moment. But I don't sit up and talk about what I would have did in another nigga's situation. Like, who does that?
Well, I mean,
because the original topic, which I don't see it up there, but it was sent to us, was, did you keep the same energy when Ant Jefe walked in? I guess this is what they want us to respond to, right?
It's probably on there.
No, because before, like I said, I didn't.
There it go.
There it is. Before you went on the Kill Squad rant, right?
Yeah, I was on rant.
And Jefe walk in the room,
right?
So everybody's like, okay, here go one of the people he's talking about.
And I said the same exact thing.
I'm saying the description, it wasn't as hyped up as before he walked in. So people are looking at it, and it did look like, oh, this nigga switching the energies. Like, bro, you was just calling out fades. You just said, fuck anybody speaking on me. One of the niggas who agreed is right there. Address him the same way.
One of the niggas who agreed to what?
I guess to what Munchie said about, this is a topic that what he said.
First of all,
this is a good question. Basically,
my criticism was more on Munchie.
No, I know Ant did. I'm saying he just laughed like, you know what?
When
that
I made my
something we need to look
criticism,
into.
was it not more on Munchie? I even said this is
No,
more.
it's more because you brought up his hood.
But listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't care about niggas' hoods because I don't look at niggas.
No, but
based
this is
on
what
where
got
they
you in the hot seat, right?
I'm not in no hot seat.
No, you in the hot seat because they put you on the
No,
question
I'm
seat. No,
not in the hot
Flacco
seat.
put you in the hot seat, gang.
Flacco.
You a topic. You're in the hot seat.
Look.
So look, because you made blanket statements.
I'm not making no
instead
blanket
of saying Munchie.
I'm making
but listen, bro, because you're not looking at it from the outside looking in. When I'm watching it, you said I don't care if a nigga from LA, 8 Trey. I don't care. Inglewood, it's like, Ant isn't who you're talking
then
about.
Then there was the niggas in the room laughing. Ant,
why say
Munchie
Trey instead of saying Munchie?
Munchie said something, and this nigga laughed at it.
Right, so when he walk in, why not address him with the same intensity?
All right, now, we got everything. I got everything for y'all, I kept it real quick. I didn't want to waste no time in between. I said a little something, you know what I mean? Just to get y'all through that. Now we here. So I'm going to say this right first. I rocks with Bandon. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I said this before. Now, sometimes he get a bit long-winded and I don't agree with everything he say. But that's cool because y'all know, if y'all been rocking with me, we ain't biased over here, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna agree with everything I say, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna agree with everything you say. But that don't mean like it's deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? So, all in all, I rock with him, you know what I mean? And I could go to them different topics that him and Bible Way, they tend to go to because they don't just stick to the regular hip hop related or urban culture related as far as like gang politics. They don't just stick to that. They go to different levels than me. I report that on this channel. I talk about this stuff on this channel because the algorithm, once you going to too many different topics, it kind of confuses it. So I stick to one thing, but it's hella layers, you know what I'm saying? It's hella layers over here. I'm into all types of different shit. I had some of y'all shocked, you know what I'm saying? For sure. But anyway, Bandon, I gave him the benefit of the doubt when the whole suspect thing happened, and I covered that, you know what I'm saying? Because, suspect was more so the one that a lot of us was expecting to react a certain way, or not even really expecting, you know what I'm saying? Just that, like, nigga, you kind of obligated to act a certain way because you come off a certain way with everybody, and we watched you pop on the white boy with the braces soon as he called you a Biznaim, you know what I'm saying? So it was a certain thing when it came to suspect when he didn't react that way immediately with Bandon, you know what I'm saying? Then, he backed up, allegedly pulled the freaking knife out, whatever the case may be. It was totally different than him running down the way he ran down on Kelpie, you know what I'm saying? So I gave Bandon benefit of the doubt for not tripping off on him, for calling him a B, even though I for sure would have, you know what I'm saying? Ant said the same thing, but I mean, most of us that come from like really like on that, like really banging and all that, you know what I'm saying? Which he said he do too, Bandon, he says he do too, but you ain't acting like it, you know what I'm saying? So in that case, it's like nobody would could have really held Bandon at fault like that, you know what I'm saying? If he would have tripped on Almighty for calling him a bitch multiple times back to back. Wow, like just, you know what I'm saying? Like not too many people would have looked. Some people would have, could have been like, that's your job and all that. You know what I'm saying? People did say he was the bigger man for not, doing all that. And that was cool. But now when you come off like this, you know what I'm saying? First of all, when Ant wasn't there, the way you came off like that, because he ain't come off that same way when Ant was there. Like, come on, we all saw that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all saw that. You feel me? But coming off like that, now it's like, so you're still capable of making it seem like you ready to trip whoever feel like they want to take it there. But then you say Almighty Suspect, he wasn't really trying to take it there, but they don't even forget whether he popped on you, him calling you, anybody can call a bitch, a pussy, anything, them type of words. That's that's fighting words. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fighting words. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't even get what he's saying because you just showed a different side, and I'm the type of person I'm gonna call it how it is. You can't, when you portray a certain thing and make it seem like that's what you want, you never ever say like, oh, it's situational, like I pro situation, because ain't nothing wrong with being strategic in the way you approach. But when you come off and make it seem like you're Mr. Martin Luther King turn the other cheek type of nigga, instead of a Malcolm X eye for an eye type of nigga, then it's like, I'm expect you to be like Dr. Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody put their hands on you, or like when suspect spat on him, you feel me? And that caused him to jump up, and now he's ready to get to it. I can understand if you stayed that way, but ain't nobody do that. You got mad because two dudes, because somebody cracking jokes on you, they gelling. What? I would have cracked Munchie? Listen, I rocks with Munchie. You know what I'm saying? He the homie. I don't know him I don't know none of these dudes personally. You know what I'm saying? But from a banging aspect, he the homie, and I rock with Munchie's content. But if you've been rocking with Munchie, you know when he drink, you know what I'm saying, he get a little trollish, you know what I'm saying? So that's what he's doing. But man, what? So when he would start doing all that trolling and call me an Oreo and all that, which Brandon is an Oreo, like in the hood where I'm from, we would call him an Oreo too. Like, you an Oreo, nigga. He's like, you black, but you come off like you more from, you know, that more lighter complexion, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, you feel me? I would have jailed on them back, I would have cracked jokes and all that back, I would have made fun back, because now it's like, oh, you want to make fun, I'm gonna be making fun too, but to get that person, that certain, he calling out different, he calling out whole hoods, whole sets, you're a bugging. You know what I'm saying? That's an invitation. That's an invitation. You know what I'm saying? I said invitation at first. Yeah, I know some of y'all heard that. I'm gonna keep it in here too. I ain't editing nothing, nigga. But that's an invitation, my G. You know what I mean? Like, from anybody from these hoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I don't know. Brandon allowed his feeling to get in the way. Another point they've been making, dudes be watching them chats. And when you look at the podcast, you will see Brandon is definitely one of them that you'll always see him on the edge. He always in the chat. Like, dudes be in that chat and they be letting people, that's why I know, man, the comment section probably be destroying them dudes that really react to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if y'all look at my comment section, I leave all comments down to dudes that talk crap. You gonna see me go back and forth clowning them, because man, for me it ain't that deep. I'm a person, you gotta deal with me in the physical. You know what I'm saying? Now you in front of me and you talking crazy or something, then it's a whole different energy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna do no talking, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't even do no talking in real life. But you know what I'm saying? This is content, and you feel me? I might, you know what I'm saying? It seems like the surfing nation is really rocking with the situation, so I'm gonna keep it going, you know what I'm saying? But in real life, dudes will tell you that nigga don't talk to niggas really. Like, I'm hella antisocial, introverted, all that. You know what I mean? So that's basically that one, you know what I'm talking about? So in comments, they be getting to two dudes in live chat, they know what's happening in real time. Maybe that added extra, I don't know. But Brandon, bro, you didn't keep that same energy when Ant pulled up. We all saw it. You know what I'm saying? We all saw it, my G. Nah, man. Then the viral way they caught you in the trick bag with the question. Like, they got you. I ain't gonna say a trick bag. They box you in with that. You really you try to explain his way out. You can't really explain his way out, because one thing is footage. We all saw it. We all could hear energy changing. That's the one thing, these dudes be going live and there ain't no editing this. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no editing that, you know what I mean? Like, it's there. You feel me? It's there. So it's like, hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this video probably got a little lengthy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, hopefully y'all is rocking with it and all that. So anyway, it's 18 Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me. in this Wavvy's world. Salute to all of you, the surfers, for pulling up. You know, I appreciate every single time. Hit that like if y'all like this joint. Also, hit the comment section. I got something to say. Speak y'all piece on this, man. I know this is probably gonna be some mixed opinions. You know what I'm saying? Hit the comment up and hit that sub. Holla at the blood. Join the Surfing Nation. We always waiting. And of course, hit that notification bell. When I drop something, it's gonna yell. But wait, you know what's last but not least? Always look both ways before you cross that street, cause you might get hit.
Wavvy. But if the boy talk slick, I'ma blaze some.